Good morning. Today's lecture is on population density and methods of its measurement. Population density is the size of a population in relation to a definite unit of space. It is generally expressed as the number of individuals or the biomass of the population per unit area or volume. For example, 200 trees per hectare or 5 million diatoms per cubic meter of water. There are two important terms: crude density and ecological density. Crude density is the number or biomass per unit of total space, and ecological density is the number or biomass per unit habitat space. Habitat space means available area or volume that can actually be colonized by the population. That is, it is not the entire area, but only the area that is occupied by the population. But measuring population density in numbers or biomass has a drawback sometimes. For example, numbers may overemphasize the importance of small organisms, and biomass may overemphasize the importance of large organisms. So, other units like energy flow can provide a more suitable index for measuring population density. Also, there are many special measures and terms that apply only to specific populations or group of populations. Forest ecologists, for example, often use basal area as a measure of tree density. Now let's see the methods for estimating population density. What method should be used to estimate population density depends on the resources available and on the type of species. There are mainly two methods: total count method and the sampling method. Total count method is the most simple method. It is simply counting the organisms of the species in an area. One can directly go to the area and find out the total head count, or counting can be done by using techniques like aerial photography, using drones, etc. This method is used with large or conspicuous animals or with those that aggregate into large breeding colonies. Sampling method. In this method, a sample or a group of individuals are chosen from a large population and observations are made. While taking samples, field manuals can be used, or consulting an experienced investigator who has already reviewed the literature and then modified and improved existing methods can also be done. Sampling method is of two types: plot based, that is quadrate or transect method, and the second is capture based method, also known as MARK-RECAPTURE method. Quadrate method. It is used for those organisms that have limited mobility, such as plants, snails. It involves counting organisms of a single species in plots or transects of appropriate size or number. MARK-RECAPTURE method is the method which is used for those species which are mobile. First, the animals are captured, then marked with distinguishing features like tag or a band, and then released into the natural habitat, that is back into the population. Animals are then again captured and seen how many among them are the ones who had been marked. Lincoln Index is a simple estimate of population density based on data obtained by MARK-RECAPTURE method. The equation for this method is given in the slide. That is, population estimate, that is X, is divided by number of animals captured and marked in the first sample, equal to number of animals captured in the second sample divided by number of marked animals found in the second sample. But the Lincoln Index makes several assumptions that must be met if the estimate is to be accurate. These assumptions are: marking technique should not cause the death of the animal, marked animal should be released at original site of capture and allowed to mix with population based on natural behavior, marking technique should not affect the probability of being recaptured, marks should not be overlooked or lost like tags, there should not be significant immigration or emigration of marked or unmarked animals in the interval between T1 and T2. And finally, there should not be significant mortality or natality based in an interval between T1 and T2. Thank you.